Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome to a very special video. This one is sponsored by the developers of Due Process. Thank you very much for sponsoring this video. So, what is Due Process all about? Well, it's a PvP tactical FPS which has planning and execution elements to it. So it gives a very strategic way of dealing with things with team working, and as well the way that you either defend or attack when it comes to any kind of FPS game. The game has been out since November of last year and has already got like so many positive bits of feedback when it comes to just the play elements, strategic elements, and everything as well. So we're just going to like showcase some footage here and just talk about the games that I had and my experience with the game. So if you see on screen at the moment, there's two processes in order to set up. Now, if you're defending, you put things like traps and items that can help you, like molotovs. And at the moment, this is the part of the attacking side of things. So you go on the attack, you set up, and you can like draw where you're going to be attacking. And it was very quickly I learned that some things you can't shoot through and destroy, and how you kind of like pinpoint your movements is very, very important. So in this particular one here, we've got a bomb that we're going to defuse, and yeah, that's just the process. My ally has just gone up and taken down the enemy, and then it's a case of like this is a successful attacking phase. We're going to go through some stuff where we're defending, what is successful, unsuccessful, positionings and stuff like that. But I just like the way that this is very different. I feel like from the way that you've got the kind of interface, the graphics and stuff like that, it reminds me very much of a game that I used to play on PS2 called XIII. And XIII had this kind of like very much kind of a downgraded kind of scaling, kind of like GoldenEye meets Perfect Dark meets some other types of games in this kind of thing. We actually played a game similar back on the channel, which I think it was called about data, and it was really cool. It was a really cool game. But anyway, back to this game. Back to Due Process. And Due Process is a very kind of apt title for this, especially because you like the process of going on attack and defense. We're in this kind of like dome situation, and we're kind of defending at this point, and we're waiting for enemies to come in. There'll be like maybe 2, 3, or 4 entry points that we would expect the enemies to come in, and we're just setting up a defensive line. I'm trying to, at this moment, kind of have a look at where I was previously and came in, but also where enemies might come in through that door, which yeah, is kind of like it's quite dangerous. Not a great fan of this gun. I think of like an Uzi or something, and the lights have gone out. So my ally throws down a flash. I think no flare. Sorry, flare. So yeah, flare has been put down in order to illuminate, and it was just a case of like you've got to watch out for the. There you go. There's player just went past. Now I wasn't ready to shoot, but I am in complete darkness, and you can see that recoil is just so annoying. There needs to be some kind of element to stabilization with that. Maybe I just picked the wrong gun for the occasion, because maybe you should have had something like an assault rifle, which you can choose, by the way. But my ally picks up the win as we are the defenders and has a good position. He was like just out of the way, and because that enemy was focused on me and was kind of like focusing in my direction upwards, and as well the way the other one came in is like, yeah, just like straight up, and I had a good angle there for when they came through. Smacked him, a good one, slapped him up big and long style. But yeah, I love the way that you can just like start off and just strategically place like yourself and like where you're going to go and stuff like that, because that's important. First of all, you can go like, I'm going to be here in my defense, or kind of like we're going to aim here for attack. You then go to the gearing up section, you grab whatever gears available, whatever like weaponry there is, AKs, semi-automatic rifles, light machine guns. I think there's even something like there's a Gatling gun. No, it's like a Gatling shotgun, and it's good. Like I actually use it towards the end, and it's actually pretty effective. But at times, like some of the weaponry, it does have a lot of recoil to it. Shotguns, you know, they're as good as they can be. And this particular fight was kind of annoying, I want to say, because of certain mistakes, and that's the thing with these things that happens, mistakes, as I decide that I'm going to climb on top of some of the computer systems with my team. There's voice comms on this, so you can communicate with one another, so that's something to bear in mind. And sometimes people use it, sometimes people don't. There's also a live chat that you can just like chat with your allies. So we're in a supermarket, we've got to defend the bomb. There is multiple entries and exits. You can see I've just kind of gone past them. And that's something I just tried to clock my surroundings. And you never know. Like, I played against this particular as an attacker before, and a lot of the time it's just going through the front door. People just seem to just go through the front door, and it's just like, it's just boom. I had a sneaky suspicion someone would sneak around the back, but unfortunately I was wrong. The smoke's bellowing and flashbang goes off, man. Flashbangs, not good. And then all of a sudden, boom, he just appears, and I just like quickly snap my shot rather than aim down sight. And I thought I had a good enough shots on them, but not, unfortunately, and it wasn't very successful as my allies couldn't shoot through the barrage of the smoke. It's kind of weird, and I just feel like the bad place for me just comes through and decides I'm going to go left rather than kind of like going straight forward. But makes sense. There's enemies there, but yeah, attackers win, unfortunately. But still, it is what it is. And it's still pretty, like I said, it's pretty cool to kind of do this kind of element of tactics meet first-person shooter, because a lot of times you don't see a lot of these kind of things mixing out. Yeah, okay, when you're starting like in Call of Duty Warzone, you can go like, okay, lads, we're going to go here, and then drop there. But then, you know, it's not a case you can like plan out the strategy, especially if people aren't talking or there wasn't any means of communication. At least it's there to a degree. So first of all, strategy, defense. That's what we're doing. And means of entry, I think that my ally is saying like, okay, well, he believes that entry is going to be through there. And it's just really kind of getting an idea where the other entry points are, because that's the other thing as well. Something you're going to see is what is covered, where everybody else is. And sometimes that's the thing with comms. It's like, okay, are you getting this entrance and exit? Okay, you're getting that entrance and exit, which you're going to see in a moment causes a problem. There's not much available in guns wise, because that's like, I think that's part of the game, is like you only have a certain amount between round to round, and then it's just like, if it's gone, it's gone. So they take the pistol, which is annoying because I wanted a pistol. But so I just decide, right, okay, damn it, I'll just get some of the shotguns and I'll do my thing. And I was like, do you know what? I will grab it. So I grabbed the Gatling. You have to grab all your ammo, weaponry, and stuff like that, and your projectiles. So I quickly grab that before, not a moment too soon, and then grab it. So you can see the lines drawn out for the strategy, which is cool, because that, as soon as you get from, say, the top down into the first person, it's the third person to the first person. You see like the or the top down. You see the lines which is there on screen of the defensive tactic and line. So that's cool. So I see one of my allies has gone up there, like the top part, and that's cool. Like, at least I know where one person is. But then when things go a little bit wrong, and that's annoying when that happens. So shots to the left hand side, you see the flash, and yeah, upstairs I see, then I think there we go. So I see the enemy there. I take some shots and I'm like, okay, right, I'm gonna have to kind of do something here. So I come up to here and then kick down the door, boom, he's right there, and I'm just right in with that I think it's like not pump action, but this is kind of like shotgun round type weaponry. God damn it, it's annoying, isn't it? Because like at the moment I'm like listening out for footsteps, and I'm thinking I'll come out. I also check my 6 to check that exit, and that exit's going to be the thing that kicks me in the butt, because I'm like, okay, well, come down, I listen out for footsteps. They're probably doing the same thing for me, and I'm like, okay, right, I need to go back up there, see what's going on, check my 6 again, go up, and then all of a sudden check the angles, and then is it gonna be peeking? Is it gonna be peeking? There we go. So then I can like unload there. Shouldn't have done that, and I'm shot from the rear. That's just how it goes, isn't it? Like, if there's someone in the rear shooting you, nothing you can do. There's 2 on there. My ally, unfortunately, I think gets down. I can't remember if I'm the last. I think there may be one more. No, we're down. So yeah, it's just like that's how it goes. It's pretty fun. It's a pretty fun game, and it's well worth checking out in the link in the description. Go and adding it to your wish list if you're interested in the game. And that's the thing. It incorporates different elements to first-person shooter, which has the elements of like top-down preparation and strategy, which I think is really cool. It adds a new dynamic. It just has a little bit of fun elements to it. And yeah, that's been the game. That has been Due Process. and available, as I said, links in the description. Thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks to the developer for sponsoring this video, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.